it's actually starting. It's like right around here in Texas. And in between these two lines is where it's going to get super, super dark. So we're right about here. So we're very close to the path of totality. We're not exactly there, but we're super close. So that's going to give us quite a bit darker than our normal day. And when we use our glasses to look at the sun, you'll actually be able to see the moon in front of the sun.
It was talking about like where it happens on, there's a line where it will get darker. We're kind of close there, so we're still gonna see the eclipse. It's just not gonna be like total, it's gonna be a partial eclipse, which means only part of it's gonna be covered, so it's still gonna be a little bit bright. And then we were learning about how when the moon covers the sun, of like what it's gonna look like. Every time that the moon is covering it by the second, it's gonna get darker and darker. And then the video was saying of how safety, that we need to wear our glasses.
It's fun to learn about that stuff.
Yeah. Okay, do you want to talk a little bit about your shirt?
My aunt got this for me for the solar eclipse. She also got me moon pies. We're going outside to see the eclipse, so we're gonna be like wearing our glasses and we're gonna be seeing the solar eclipse, and it's just cool that we get to see it in our lifetime.
We had like a worksheet on how to see the solar eclipse without any glasses. So there's like these 2 pages, and one page had to be tilted at the sun, and the other page is above it, and it has a hole cut out of it, so it casts a shadow. And when it's closer to the bottom page, it makes like a tiny square, but when it's like farther, it makes like a circle, like the sun. As like the moon goes in front of the sun, it shows on the paper too, so you can see the solar eclipse without any glasses.
Well, we learned that there are 2 forms of eclipses, and I'm going to talk about a lunar eclipse first. A lunar eclipse is when the Earth is in front of the moon, but there's also another type of eclipse called a solar eclipse, which most people probably have heard of. There's a partial solar eclipse, which is when the moon only partially covers the sun. It'll still get darker, but not as much. And the total solar eclipse, it covers the sun completely. Another thing about the eclipse, it can make some pretty funny shapes in trees. It looks like the moon took a bite out of the sun. The moon has a giant shadow. If you think about how big the moon is, it is a giant shadow. But with all shadows, there's a part of it. It's darkest and lightest. We are lucky enough to be in a part of the shadow where we can even see a partial eclipse. Some parts of the world won't even see an eclipse at all. They'll just see the sun.